Hey, so today is Monday, and I just want to say, you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. I'm not just talking about your physical appearance. I'm talking about the inside. Does that sit well with you? Do you think you look good on the inside? Do you think your character is wonderful? Do you think that, do you like yourself? That's really what I want to know. Like, do you really like yourself? Because this is a thought that I've been having on my mind, and I just want to get on and just talk a couple of minutes just about the topic, because I think a lot of us people, of course I love to talk to the ladies, but I think men deal with this too, is when you take a look and you take a step back and you look at yourself on the inside, do you really like what you see? Because if you don't, then you know that there's work to be done. My thing is, how can you expect anybody to like you if you don't even like yourself? How can you expect somebody to be faithful and committed to you if you can't be faithful and committed to yourself? Like, we set these goals and these expectations, and sometimes they're unrealistic. But honestly, we need to get to a point where we stop looking for people to give us what we need to give ourselves. Okay, the Bible says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you are loved? Do you believe that God created you for a purpose? Do you believe that you're not just here by chance? Like, God specifically thought that he needed you to be here in this earth. Like, your mama could have had somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You could have been a boy. You could have been somebody else completely. Have you accepted who you are? So I'm just in this moment where I have a vision that I see for myself. Like, have you ever just sat back and thought about who you want to be? Like, I ain't talking about who you want to be like. What I mean is, who do you want to be? When you think about your future self, what does she or he look like? What do you look like? Are you mentally stable? Are you able to have healthy relationships? Are you able to, are you financially set? Have you do you still have bad habits? Are you fit physically, in shape, mentally and emotionally? What do you look like? So when I think about myself, in the future, and even when I think about this from the past, I see like little things that I have grown into. Like, I haven't always been like this. We're always going to be growing. And when you accept, that's another thing. Accepting change is always going to be good. It's not comfortable, but we are not created to be comfortable. Okay. We're not created to be comfortable, but we are created to, yes, adapt to things, but we also need to be open to change. We also need to be okay with increasing our discipline. So I asked myself, Princess, why is it that you're not staying up with your workout goals? Like, you get on it, you hit it good, you hit it hard, you fall off. You hit it, you fall off. Consistency, discipline. But again, I ask you, if you ain't disciplined yourself, how can you expect anybody else to be? It's not fair. I don't think it is. So this is not to make anybody feel bad, but it is to make you think about those things that you envision for yourself, and what are you doing now to work towards that? If you want to be whole spiritually and emotionally, if you want to be closer to God, what are you doing right now to walk towards that? And realistically speaking, we can't set huge goals and expect to hit those huge goals without breaking them down. Some of us set these huge goals and it's like, oh, you know what? Next month, I want this body shape. And it's like, sis, what are you doing to get to that body shape? Because that body shape may take you more than a month, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta make strides into these things, and you can't depend on nobody else to make that happen for you. That's another thing. We cannot depend on somebody else to do what we need to do for ourselves. We can look for support, but ultimately you got to learn how to support yourself. You got to learn how to be there for yourself. Stop putting yourself in situations that no longer serve you. Stop putting yourself in situations that hinder you from your growth. We got to disconnect from people that we don't need to be joined together with no more. I'm not saying that you should get rid of all your friends, but what I am saying is that that friend isn't helping you and it's not edifying. If they're not helping you on your journey mentally and emotionally, if all they do is bring to you the news, the hot news topic, oh girl, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Oh snap, this, that, and the other. Or they're wanting to do things that you're no longer interested in, or you're wanting to change, you gotta examine your friend circle. You gotta examine your friend circle. Everybody don't need to be your friend. And everybody ain't created to be close to you. It's okay to have friends, but what is not okay is to give everybody front seat access to your life. And whoever has front seat access to your life, you need to make sure that that individual is able to pour into your life and you're able to pour into theirs. It shouldn't be a one-way street. You got to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, and you even need to get around some people who are farther ahead of you so that you can look to them and be like, dang, okay, cool, bet. Challenge accepted. Like, if you can get yourself together, sis, surely I can. Those are just my thoughts, though. What do you think? I just want to encourage you to do what you need to do to like who you are. Because if you don't like yourself, you cannot expect anybody else to like you. All right? That's it. That's all. Y'all be blessed and happy Monday.